Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we have one of the most beautiful coins ever made, I think, and certainly one of the most exquisite designs in engravings we've ever seen. And that is the 20 centavos from the country of Mexico from 1969. This is the reverse or the back of it. This is the front of it. And you can see it says Estados Unidos Mexicanos, or United States of Mexico here. And on the front, or the obverse, which we're looking at right now, we see there's an eagle with a snake in its beak and it's in its claw. And I think you can see that pretty well there. We'll move it around a little bit. You see how when these wear, they get a little shiny on them when you shine light on them. If we go down underneath, you see that this here, of course, very symbolic of Mexico, some cactus down here. And this cactus over here to the right is interesting because it actually looks like it has a sword coming out of it. And then down here at the bottom, you see that this is actually a shield. So the eagle is perched on a shield. There's a sword here. There's cactus around. And then down below here, we see this kind of really well-designed wreath. Just a beautiful coin all the way around. Now these coins are made of bronze. I'm sorry. They're made of bronze, and this particular coin is called the Type 2 national emblem, and that's with the bigger bird on it. There are three different types of the national emblem on these coins, and Type 1 and Type 3 have a smaller bird, or it's smaller in proportion to the coin. And Type 2, this one has the larger bird on it. It weighs 9.9 grams, is 28.5 millimeters in diameter and 2.14 millimeters in thickness. This particular coin was demonetized, so you cannot use it anymore to buy anything. Now, how big is it? Well, it's pretty similar in size to the toonie from Canada, our northern neighbor from the United States, and this is our southern neighbor, of course, Mexico. So it's about that size. Compared to a quarter from the 60s, it's much bigger. 20 centavos means it was worth 1/5 of a Mexican peso. It was made from 1955 to 1971. And if we go and look at the back, which is really one of my favorite coins ever, and that's because it is. If we look at the top, we see it says 20 at the top. And there's this really interesting thing here. It's called the Liberty Cap. So it's actually a hat or cap you put on your head, and it has these rays radiating out from it. So they go in all these different directions out from it. There's the 2 and a 0 for the 20 centavos. And then right here is a M with a like O over the top of it. And the M with the O over the top of it, of course, is the Mexican mint coin. And so that's the Mexican mint mark. And so that essentially is from the Casada de Moneda de Mexico, or the House of Money in Mexico. And that House of Money, the Casada, has been making money since 1535. That's 1,535. So for over, what is that? 600 years. So it says 20 at the top. We see that it has this kind of, it's almost like a scaled thing around the edge. It's scalloped or scaled, goes all the way around the edge here. Down here we see some more cactus. I think these may be a saguaro cactus. Down here we see a different type of cactus. On each side we see a volcano of this pyramid-like structure. And if we get it just right, we can see right at the bottom of the pyramid-like structure, we see that there is some writing there. Can you see that? And that writing essentially is the name of this structure. And It is Teotihuacan, I believe it's called, and it's a pyramid made probably around 300 before the Common Era, or 300 BC, as we used to say. And so there's this pyramid here from 300 BC, one of the oldest structures of the Mexican culture, and it's just a beautiful. It's probably in use until they said between 300 and 600 AD, or in the Common Era. Now, this volcano on the left is called the Smoking Mountain. I mean, this one volcano on the right is called the Smoking Mountain, or Popocatépetl, and it's an active volcano. This one on the left is called the White Woman, or Iztaccatl, and it's a dormant volcano. So this one's dormant. This one is still active in Mexico today. If we go way down here, we can see that there are actually steps going up the pyramid here and here. There is kind of this grassland out through here, and way up in here we can actually see the slopes of the volcano as you go up them. If we tip it up, we see it has a smooth edge, and back to the front again, we see that if you tip this way up, you can actually see the talons of the eagle holding it, and we can see the eye and the beak coming down through here. Well, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. What people always ask is, how much is it worth? This coin is valued at about $1, but I would pay more than that for it. You can see it on eBay for $2 to $3, as much as $7 to $8 in really fine condition. We see this little bit of coloring in here. That's from just use. That's not part of the coin. And they made about 64 million of these in 1969. And again, it's been demonetized, so it's no longer usable for money in the country of Mexico. All right, have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.